One and go.
Welcome back, everyone. I would like to, sorry, I'm situating myself. Like to start you off by introducing our players today. We have Ben playing Ticto Talk Keeper, and Brian Ballard playing Edward the Everflame Niven, or is it Geralt? Anyways, it's Garrick. Wrote too many names today. I'm done. Game is over. All right.
Go home.
Yeah, go home. So I'm going to go to my notebook, brought by my son. Last time, we have seen the consecration of Malkin at the base of the Iron Citadel, housing of one of the chains, and Pelor has consecrated Dumaine Othane as the first High Cleric to Pelor on the continent of Faerun, bringing a light to the darkness. What are the consequences of this happening? We don't know. But we welcome you to come along with us in our quest to become Nerds of Legend.
Woo.
You guys are standing there, gleefully watching your smoldering remnants of the Basilica of the Broken Horn as you're watching your handiwork burn down the last pieces of Asmodeus's temple, which has been replaced, not in the same location, but by a beautiful marble and sandstone uh, citadel that is, as you are watching the other facility burn, you're watching this one kind of continue to form itself and become a little bit more stable, like as Pelor is cementing, literally, his presence in the land of Faerun. Um, and it's kind of an interesting juxtaposition to watch. Um, as one fall, the other one kind of rise up. But in moments, there's nothing yet but smoldering ash, and a. But then immediately behind, in what used to be the town square, is a beautiful basilica of equal grandeur. And the town folks had the town, which when you first arrived in Melkin had a oppressive air. Everybody with their head down. Everybody is scrabbling to beg for scraps from the priests of Asmodeus, with various festering sores or various wounds or just symbols of living a hard life. Now everybody is healthy and everybody has been healed from a mass healing given to the town free of charge, which the entire community is shocked by the now high priest Dumaine. Uh, so the city is taking on a new life. There's energy, there's people talking excitedly. There's definitely a change in the air. Um, what do you guys choose to do?
Valor's still there.
No, he went
Or
back into the obelisk.
he went back into his temple, yes. He may still be in the temple, but he's not standing outside.
Okay. Can I walk through the obelisk like before?
Oh, it's a legit. It's not an obelisk now. Now it is an actual temple. Doors, windows, everything.
Okay, then I'm gonna go inside and look for him.
Okay.
Yeah, might as
All right.
well check out the new digs.
You go in and you see when you go you. It's easy enough to walk in. You don't do anything else with the burning. You just watch it burn, and you're like, nice.
No,
That's
I'm just
it?
gonna let that burn itself out.
Okay,
It's
copy
not
that.
it's not in danger of doing anything to the village, right?
I mean, really, they don't give a shit anymore.
No, but I mean
But
it's
yeah,
not in danger of spreading
no.
elsewhere. Okay.
It was pretty much. It had its own yard.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I figured.
not like those symbols of like European houses with like one right next to each other. Like no, there was definitely a courtyard.
Yeah. So look like there's anything of value that we might have burned down.
Entire building
It's
full
gone.
of rubble. Yeah, I mean, like it is an entire building full of rubble. So it is not. It's not like you could just Like there's a little
No.
sign, being like magic sword right here.
You
Like
know,
you'd have
in
to work.
hindsight, there's probably a bunch of gold in there.
Yeah.
Oh, too late now.
As Geralt or Garrett. Why do I keep saying Geralt? Oh, Witcher stuff. Never mind. Sorry. All right.
Toss a coin to your druid.
Yeah, Dustin. Sorry.
Oh, valley of plenty.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop playing other games or reading other lore now because it's a problem to my game. Garrick, you walk in and you see a very similar structure as to the Basilica of the Broken Horn, except it's like if you took everything and reversed it. Like there's a healing font where the giant brazier was that you're supposed to throw in gold coins. There is typical. There's pews, and where the symbol of Asmodeus was, there's now a giant tree. Okay, and it's not a tree, but it's like a symbol of a tree. And in its branches, it holds the sun. Um, and you see Dumaine kind of like puttering around in the back end of there. You do not see Pelor proper, but you do see Dumaine. And a couple people like hesitantly walking around, like looking. But definitely the whole air and the feel is different than what it was.
Yeah, if I don't see Pelor, then I'm gonna go to Dumaine.
Okay. Okay. He's like, it appears we have done good work today.
Yes, but more work is always needed. The way I see things, this whole debacle started because one particular entity had too much power. If we are to continue this good work, I think that it is wise of us to inquire as to whether or not there are other gods where this Pelor is from. Perhaps we can establish their presence in this world as well.
You ask questions that I cannot answer. I know of Pelor. I do not know of any other gods from that realm.
Yes, I was originally looking for Pelor. Is he still here?
He is always available through prayer. But physically, no.
Damn.
Right. Prayer is less efficient than face-to-face, but it will have to do. As you guys are talking, the door kicks open. And, you see a man run in carrying it looks like an uncured piece of leather. And he's a man with like this wild beard and long hair wearing like brown overalls. And he gets right up in your face waving the paper around. He's like, look, have you seen what happened? And he opens it up and it's this big black map with a yellow dot. He's like, it's different, I told you.
Oh. Yes.
Are you in there? Were you in there?
Yeah, I followed him.
Last I knew you were standing there, like being like, maybe there's a gold.
No, I said I followed. I was just curious if I could see anything right off the bat.
He's like, hey, Ticto, you see? Look.
Yeah. Did you see where you're standing?
So, is this new?
As of about 20 minutes ago? Yes.
Right.
So
what?
This is a church. You don't need to kick down the door like that.
Yeah, it's kind of, have a little
I got
respect.
excited.
Yeah. So you're able to come here now?
Yeah, sorry, what do you think of the look?
It's a little grungy, but I think you pulled it
It
off.
fits?
Yes, it fits. But,
Yeah, I think that I can always come here, but I got no dealings with Pelor, so I can do whatever in this town.
Oh, so you have a foothold, so to speak, again.
That's a good way to put it, a foothold, yeah.
Yes. Oh, Navaril, meet
Yeah.
our friend
Call me Bob.
Bob.
This fits
Oh, this is Bob?
Bob
Okay.
much
I
better.
never know what name you want me to use. It's confusing. Bob?
Well, okay, Bob, we'll do this. This is Bob.
Okay. Bob?
I look like a Bob, right?
Yes, you do look like a Bob.
He goes, hold on, and then like he pulls this out like this big straw piece comes and hangs out of his mouth as he like makes it appear on another. He goes, now I definitely look like a Bob.
There you go. Bob,
All right, yeah, Bob.
meet Dumaine. He is, Dumaine, this is our benefactor. He's the one that sent us here.
He's a shapeshifter. You know that, right?
Yes.
Like you could smell the lion on him.
Yeah,
That's
we saw the
fucking cool.
lion already.
Oh, anyway, hi, I'm Bob. I'm also known as Nuvariel of Dark Swamp. I'm a guardian of one of the chains. Not here, somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so... I mean, did they tell you what happened? Because, not that it's my fault, but I do have an idea on maybe fixing some stuff.
Yes, we filled him in on some of the generalities, but as to the specifics, we're not even clear at that because, mysterious ways and all that. But yeah, so we found this obelisk out in the middle of nowhere guarded by a wood dragon, brought it here, and
got that from the tree!
yeah, bish bash
Yeah!
bosh.
That was fucking cool. I'm just gonna, sorry, pardon my language, Father.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that was, so apparently planting that tree maybe, has gonna help rebalance a little bit.
Yes. So do
Maybe
we still need to go up?
get my shit back. Maybe. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I didn't say that out loud.
Yeah. Should we, do we still need to check on the one up on the mountain? Apparently we've been told that it's been...
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah,
We've been told it's been broken and repaired multiple times on this plane.
shit.
Yes.
Who told you that? With this guy?
Yeah.
How did it get done? You sure it was him?
I think it was him. Wasn't it him? I'm looking at Edward. People are hard. Time is easier.
Yeah, he shrugs. His, Pelor told you.
That's right. Pelor told me.
Yeah, Pelor told you. So,
yeah.
Yeah, he was, sorry. He's like, so, who told you? Pelor?
Pelor.
Fuck. That guy is, it's been a long time since I saw Pelor.
Be careful. You are in his temple.
Hey, there's ain't nothing bad to say about the guy.
Oh,
I mean, he sounds a little spacey, but he's pretty legit overall. I just don't know what Greyhawk has to do with here.
Apparently he saw a sort of, place that needed filled and decided he wanted some new real estate.
Oh, he saw a power vacuum and thought, let's do something about it, huh?
Correct.
You wouldn't think it by looking at the guy who's all like, hey, buddy, how you doing? But that's an ambitious son of a bitch. I'll give you that. Like,
he seemed to know his stuff. He even gave us a blessing.
Yeah? What kind?
It powers up any radiant spells that I may have. Not that I have many, but...
Useful. Here, I'm just saying.
I sadly don't really have many, but I'll figure it out.
Where's the other guy? Where's with the bird? Like, I don't see or feel him anywhere around.
Last we knew, he was outside.
I think we left him behind
not
again.
right.
Really?
Not a fucking feeling. I like that stupid bird of his.
We left him in the woods with where the obelisk was because he just fucked off.
Yeah, well, he fucked off this plane. That's for damn certain.
Not sure how he managed that, but he did punch me in the dick last time I saw him. So, which, by the way, and I'm gonna punch Bob in the dick.
You're gonna get like mid swing, and this magnificently huge hand. I mean, like is gonna like just materialize and catch your tiny little foot. Or you punching and catch your tiny little hand and be like, I don't really think you ever remember like just who you're fucking with.
I know, but you're the one that made
he's
him
gonna
think...
pick you up in the air a little bit, and give you a shake, and he's like, "We tell you to play nice," and then he puts you down gently, and Bigby's hand disappears.
Not that this isn't a riveting conversation.
I just wanted to pay back the favor.
I didn't kick you in the dick. You stopped.
No, but you convinced Fodor to kick me in the dick.
Absolutely did not. All right, so yeah.
That sounded like a lie.
He's gonna wave his hand, and you're not gonna be able to speak for a minute. Continue.
Yes, getting back to what you said about him not being on this plane. Excuse me, what?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, this is my theory. Like, there was okay, you got one plane and you got another plane. Like, you got two planes intersecting. You got a obelisk from Greyhawk, and then you got a Faerun, right? So my thought is, you pulled the obelisk up and created little ripples or some shit. This is just theory, because this stuff doesn't happen often. And he fell through it somewhere.
Rather concerning.
Yeah, I would be ready to kick Ticto in the dick so many times. I'm just saying, if I was Fodor, not that I personally would.
The situation is getting complicated in a hurry.
Hey, anytime you have multiplanar, he waves his hand, Ticto can talk. He's like, anytime you have multiplanar travel, it gets fuzzy real fast. That's why most people don't do it.
Can I talk again, or are you just going to shush me rather rudely again?
Are you going to have meaningful input, or just bitch about your kick dick?
I think we all know the answer to that.
All right, yeah, so, yes, meaningful input, absolutely continue. Whining about your kick dick, no. Dumaine is like, perhaps we should take this someplace out of the public eye.
Probably a good idea.
He's like, Bob's like, yeah, it kind of makes sense. And they go back to, now, the room that you were in before, the like secret the secret room that he would have his homage to Pelor, is now his main reliquary. Like, now his main,
Does he have like a map like similar to Bob's, where it's like, this is like the...
He just doesn't have anything. He just has the symbol, a couple texts to Pelor, and that kind of, you know, a couple scrolls with Pelor's name on it, shit like that. Nothing really, like, anywhere. He doesn't have a whole lot. There we go. I was wondering why it took me so damn long to find this map. So he Pelor like he like moves stuff aside, and Bob throws down the map, and it shows Faerun all covered in darkness except for two spots. One is, you know, where the sun tree was, and now the exact outline of Malkin, the town you were in. And he's like, so this is kind of interesting. He's like, but now I know why. He's like, so we got a good order deity now on this plane, which is good. I'm sorry to be redundant, but, you know, I mean, there's only one way to talk about, you know, elemental good and evil. It is what it is. I'm gonna be using a lot of words that sound like I'm just saying one thing over and over. But that makes sense. What's interesting, and then he points like a little bit down the road, and he's like, "There's a gray spot. It's not black. It's gray." And he's like, "I don't know what the fuck is going on there." But and it's maybe you look at the map, and it is maybe half a day's journey. And Dumaine looks, and he's like, "That." He looks, and he's like, "This is American." And he's like, "That's Duodane over there in this region."
Mm-hmm. What do you know of the area?
It's a predominant. He's like, "This is more deeper in the Great Cloak Mountains." He's like, and it's more of a mining town. It was started years ago thinking there would be gold, but it turned out to be iron just for days. He's like,
So what you're saying is there more than one game in town, so to speak?
"I don't know." And Bob's like, "I don't know either. But other than this town, I can't go anywhere outside per the binding agreement that I had."
So, have you been there yet? Or...
Have I been there? Yeah, when I was there, it was called Still Valley. But that was before this shit happened.
What do you know of Still Valley?
I know it's got a marvelous educational system. But, in addition, in addition to it, well, it's may or may not be where Piotr first signed himself over to Asmodeus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how it got renamed, but I do know it back then it had a couple lords, and the entire town was under Asmodeus' control before he took over the Waterdeep.
Is there anything else you're failing to tell us, Bob?
Lots of stuff. I mean, I know I'm old.
About this
But,
town?
no, because it's changed.
I see.
I mean, I don't know what it was, because remember, it started at Still Valley, and then 4,000 years ago, everything got changed, and I don't even know why it's called Duodane. But it is in the location of where Still Valley was, because I don't set foot on this place after, you've seen where my confusion comes from.
Yes.
I have current yet out-of-date information. Timey shit.
Do you know anything about this town, Dumaine?
He goes, it's considered to be a more sacred site, but is, for the populace there, it's more of a mining town.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have one of the most, elaborate basilicas to Asmodeus, and to the three-headed god Logi. And is also known as, there's a site known as Helgi's Forge, who forges all of the weapons for the paladins of Piotr.
Interesting. Well, it sounds like we need to take a field trip. By the way, do you have anyone here who speaks Giant?
Yeah, I do.
Other than
I
me,
mean, not
Bob.
that it's gonna help you, but yeah, I do.
No. It might. Because I don't think you'd be able to help us with this endeavor. Dumaine, do you have anyone that speaks Giant? Damn.
Not really.
Ticto, I hate to sound strange about this, but aren't you a wizard? Isn't there some sort of spell you can cast to comprehend languages?
Yes, but it doesn't let me speak it. We talked about this already. I can comprehend the languages. It doesn't allow me to speak it in turn. So
Isn't there some sort of like higher version of that spell that allows you to do that?
Not that I'm aware of. Bob?
We're asking questions now. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, there is.
Okay.
Perhaps
So,
some sort of artifact, like a ring that allows you to.
backstory. On our way to find the obelisk, we encountered a dragon, or giant, while in,
Story about you killing the giant's pet? Yeah, I heard about that. You're an asshole.
And then I do believe the giant proceeded to try and kick him in the dick. So this is still technically about.
No, stop.
There's a very.
What I'm
So he's
saying.
gonna look right at Edward and be like, "I'm not trying to criticize your friend choices here, but he's an asshole." And also, I didn't hear anything about
Hey,
this.
he took equal part in the pet killing, if that's what we're going to say.
I don't care. I don't care.
My thought is, when we were kicking the giant's ass and killing its pet.
Oh, you admit it?
Yeah, I did kill its pet. I just didn't know it was a pet at the time.
Piece of shit.
While we were doing that, we were disguised as devils. So,
I mean,
ergo, that giant and its whole village thinks devils are giant assholes.
Even Dumaine is in the background movement.
So, ipso facto, we send a delegation of Pelor to talk about how we're against Asmodeus and talk about how great Pelor is. And mayhaps we get some giants on our side.
I think you're possibly thinking about this a little too hard, Ticto. Keep in mind that the first layer of hell supposedly houses the dragon Tiamat, queen of dragons. And as far as I know, giants and dragons don't get along, so they already have a reason not to work with each other.
But didn't someone tell me that some giant is the one that guards Asmodeus, as guards the big city?
Oh, you mean the city of Waterdeep that we were told about?
Yes.
I'm not entirely sure that that thing is a giant. It might be giant in terms of its proportions, but
yeah,
I don't know.
That's correct. No, continue. You were doing great. You were doing great, Garrett. Keep it going. But I am just ascertaining. It is giant in proportion.
I thought it was a giant. Never mind.
I mean, it's huge. If you had to categorize it, I would say probably a primordial.
I see.
Best. It doesn't really fit a giant.
So the idea of making giants even angrier, and maybe put some oomph behind Pelor's, is this a dead end?
I don't know if it's necessarily a dead end. I just don't know if it's a priority.
I mean, maybe not right now, but it's just a thought.
You just really want to go back and kick him in the dick again?
No! I want to convince him to go fight for Pelor. Right, Dumaine? Some giant paladins of Pelor?
believe we're getting enthusiastic over our one success right now. However, I am for maybe getting the giants to fight. However, worship, I believe that's a little zealous.
Yeah, we'll just put a pin in it, and we'll revisit it later.
Let's definitely tuck that one back in our pocket.
Yes.
The one, as it sits, the only one that can speak to them can't leave this town.
Mhm.
And as for me, these people have been through enough. I don't think inviting a horde of giants to come and discuss is going to be best for their mental state.
Yeah, they might panic a little bit if they see a
I
bunch
mean,
of giants
I'm a little
descending on the town.
I'm a little uncomfortable, and I have the power of a god behind me.
This is how I see our next play. If we are to keep this village defensible, if we are to ensure that Pelor has a foothold here, we need to branch out and make sure that the surrounding areas are not incredibly hostile towards this particular area. Now, from as I see it, this gray spot here on the map is also located at a center of power for Asmodeus. You say that there's an armory, you say that there's many paladins there of Asmodeus, a great temple, and yet there is this gray spot here. It is possible
Not paladins, but it's got the temple of the three-headed god and the ardent temple of Asmodeus, which is a very elaborate one. It is the armorer makes the weapons for the paladins of Asmodeus there at Helgi's Forge.
I see.
I don't. There's usually a paladin or two there, but like.
Well, back to my point. If it is a bit of a gray spot, that might mean that that is the next area that could be fortified by something else. This town here was transformed when we brought Pelor to it. It's possible that the other town here not only represents a spot of power for Asmodeus that could be a threat to this town, but it could also be that this indicates the next point by which we might transform this realm.
You gotta be honest. You were gonna draw. wrong voice. I'm going to be honest. You're going to draw a lot of attention. If
That's
you
kind
take,
of my plan in the first place.
I'm saying divine attention if you bring Duodane down.
Yes, that is my intention.
However, the foothold there would be most beneficial.
I'm not looking to take it for Pelor, mind you. I think that it's best that we spread the influence of the gods around a little bit. Again, this whole problem seemed to have started from one entity having too much power. If there is a gray spot there, then perhaps there is some other god, perhaps a god of the Forge or something.
It's an interesting premise you have.
Navaria, you said that you're not familiar with Greyhawk, but you are familiar in some sense of at least their existence. Is there perhaps some sort of god of neutrality or of the Forges from Greyhawk?
I mean, not one that I'm readily aware of. I mean, you're talking true neutral that doesn't give a shit about, like, just right in the middle, like Gillian, that kind. Oh, you don't know. That's a Kryn deity. Sorry.
Yeah, I personally am not very. The whole thing about gods and alignments.
Like I said, we know about 3 dragons, and that's it. Before we came here, we knew about 3 dragons.
No, I knew of more than just the 3 dragons.
I'm gonna be really simple with the fact that that is a very easy worldview.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you just got like. Okay, I don't know of any gods that are in Greyhawk, but I do know of Gillian. But he is pretty much Kryn only, and is all he does is write in a giant ass book. Fucking knows everything though.
Well,
But before you go, like, hey, let's talk to this guy. Yeah, no.
well,
I'm just gonna put a pin in that one. No, he doesn't care.
Ticktail,
So
do you
it
still have
seems-
that book of deities.
oh yeah. And I'm just like rummaging my like. I think I have a bag of holding now, don't I? Yeah.
Or is it the Infernal Hierarchy?
Oh yeah, it's about demons.
Correct.
Damn it.
Hmm.
No, mine's about demons and devils, so that wouldn't really help us in this case. But the way I see it, we have sort of two paths. We could go check on this village, or we go check on the chain.
I think it's more important that we make this town a little bit more fortified before we go off to our own ends. If there really is an armory here, if it really is a seat of power, and if it is a contested area, then it is possible that we might want to strike while the iron is hot.
I agree. What time of day is it? By the way.
Coming into the end.
Well,
Coming into the end of the day, it's starting to get dark.
okay. Perhaps we sleep on it, but I think that is our path for tomorrow. Let's go and check on this village.
Yeah, that sounds like probably your best plan of action.
Yes.
Hold on. What? Come back. You gonna sleep here, or you gonna sleep back at the shop?
I see no reason why we wouldn't just sleep here, unless you had some other reason.
My stuff is back at the shop. So if you want any help talking giant of any kind, that shit's gonna be in my shop.
I'm going to the shop.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
And then, basically, for the rest of the day, I'll go back to the shop with Bob, and I'm going to study Giant. Or find a way to, like, speed that along, like a ring of translation or something like that.
What do you have right now?
What do you mean? What do I have?
What items do you have?
Like in my inventory.
What items do you have that you would be willing to swap out?
I don't really have a whole lot of magic items, if we're being honest.
Don't you have that thing that allows you to transform into an imp?
Oh yeah, I've got that. Spiked devil belt thing.
Okay.
I don't think that the thing that allows you to transform into the thing that giants currently hate is probably pretty useful to you at the moment.
No, not at all. I've got that if Bob's willing to swap that out, but other than that, I don't have a whole lot of magic items. I don't have any magic items. Other than my...
Get it together.
I know. You don't exactly hand them out.
You don't look for them. I have them lying all over the place, and you're like, the temple burned down. I guess I'm not going to look for magic items. That's your failing.
That whole thing about the sword in the shop that just laying there like a magic sword, he wasn't kidding about that.
No, I was not. I do not. This is... You're like a magic junkie. I could be like, there's a muttering scroll. You're like, oh, I saw that from the other side of the continent. A sword being like magic sword sitting over here. You're like, that's probably nothing.
I don't care about swords.
Yeah. What are you? I'm a mouthpiece of language. You're like, I don't care about that. That has nothing to do with spells.
All right, yeah. So I've got that.
Bob is sitting there in his like normal. When you get back in, he's sitting in his normal Bob, pointed ears and like kind of lower robe. The building, the room is like, instead of like the wooden planked, like kind of like which you've always been amazed by the fact that Bob's Emporium is like kind of what you'd expect, like one of those like country stores with like the wooden floors and like just shelves with shit, and it's like very bland considering it's like probably the largest collection of arcane knowledge you've ever seen, as well as it keeps switching and has like a fucking backdoor port to the Astral Sea. Like, you'd expect a little bit more pomp to it, but it's like real boring. But right now,
it looks like the
floors
front.
now have a terracotta tile to it.
It looks
and
like
they're a little bit warmer feeling.
It looks like the front part, like the entrance area of like a Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, exactly. It looks
like
exactly
one of those little stuffed kids like crying in the corner. Yeah.
Yeah. Except now the floor has got like a warm terracotta base, like you'd see in kind of like when you'd go to like a seaside port, but it's not like a wealthy one. It's a little bit nicer. And Bob is like thumbing through a massive.
It looks like a souvenir shop at like a beach town, like.
Yeah, exactly. Except it's still like the shitty glass cases and like shelves that are just crammed full of junk. But like the floor's different, and you're like, nice. He's looking through a book, and the book has like I'm trying to think of the shape. A pentagon, just a five-sided figure with an eyeball in the middle of it. And he's looking through it, and it says the title is The Concordant Domain of the Outlands. And he looks at you and he's like,
my fingers start twitching because I'm like, this looks like an interesting book.
Like, this is not an interesting, this is a book on gods of other planes. No, not magic. Calm down. And then he looks at you. He's like, he looks at Garrick, and he goes, I'm never going to get a name. You're going to just have to change your name to Garrett. He's like, Garrick, to your question of a neutral deity, there's Bakab, also from Greyhawk. But, he's also a trickster god. So, I mean, like, that's the only one I can think of. I don't know him personally.
So there could be an opposing, if this has a temple of the three-faced god, then it's possible there could be a rival faction that has sprouted up.
Yeah.
I mean,
but neutral
we found.
Is like, I mean, it's better than evil.
Keep in mind, Ticto, that when we came here, we weren't expecting someone from Pelor. It is possible that the other gods have taken notice and have already sent their servants forward.
This is true.
I mean, it is possible. But, I mean, I'm just going to say word to the wise. Being Fae, you know what? Trickster might be okay. He might be fine.
I mean, they'll just like mess with your stuff or whatever, but they're not necessarily gonna just like.
That's all they'll do.
They're a lot better than just like straight up murder gods, like that cat. Are you muted? You didn't.
I said it quietly.
Okay.
I said, well, yeah, anybody's better than that cat. That cat. I mean, it's a cat with god powers. Like, of all the shit that I've ever heard of, that's the most irresponsible thing I've ever heard in the entirety of ever. Literally fucking ever.
Well, you know who gave it them is Asmodeus, which we'd think with a god of order, he wouldn't want to give such a chaotic being, like, deific powers, but, you know, here we are.
I don't think that was actually the plan. What I think is, strange, Asmodeus is a cat person. Right there. There is a familiar of Mr. Whiskers right there. Look at the evil in his face. Sweet mother of God, that is a terrifying beast. You can see the magic on its insides. It's just ready to cause chaos. That was so fun. Binks is a cute cat.
Now I feel like I need to get like a lizard or something and just like be like.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, well, I do know that story. Apparently the cat was, like, murdered. Like, some jackasses, like, tortured the cat, and Asmodeus was mad about it. And actually,
kills a cat?
he physically claimed the cat's soul and was like, you want to get back at him? And then juiced him up.
That's
I honestly think that I just think he likes the cat.
yeah, probably. Anyway,
you know that cat spends the majority of its time in the seventh layer of hell just getting its belly rubbed by its former owner, who is the only person in the hells with an actually amazing life.
Interesting.
She's got like a pocket paradise dimension in there where all of her needs are met. She just shows up and rubs this murder hobo's belly every so often. Which is the most cat-like shit I've ever heard. Anyway, we're getting distracted. So, on loan.
We might want to take our first break.
Yes.
Okay. Apparently, the multiverse can wait. You go pee and stuff.
All right. We'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, welcome back.
And we're back.
All right, welcome back again. I just said it once and I didn't know we weren't back yet, so now we're back again. All right, so we're back. Ticto is annoyingly rummaging through spell books, and Bob is getting like noticeably annoyed by you just rummaging through his shelves to try to find a spell you can use, and he's like, come here, and he just like waves his hand, and one of the unseen services brings a scroll. He's like, you could ask directly next time.
But there's so many spell books.
Yeah, I know, but you're on a time schedule. Like, remember, we're trying. You got to get somewhere.
Okay, and I open the scroll, and I'm gonna like read through it or whatever, study it.
It is a spell for to be able to speak languages.
Okay.
Just one, and it lasts for 1 day.
Oh, so it's just a scroll. Okay.
No, it is a scroll. You can inscribe it if you take the time, but you will not sleep.
I'm not gonna do that. But I would be like, thank you, Bob. I'll use this later.
Yeah.
And then
I'm just saying you should probably write it down.
I will write it down. I'm not just gonna use it willy-nilly. I inscribe all my
It's one use scroll, right? One use or write it in your book, one or the other. I mean, like, I'm not solving this for you.
Exactly.
But...
I'm gonna write it in my book.
Okay.
All right.
So then you guys are going to Dourdain tomorrow?
Correct.
I suppose you're gonna want a way to get there, or are you gonna walk?
It is half a day's journey, unless you're wanting to expedite things.
I mean, it is half a day's journey. Like, how much exercise do you feel you need?
I just said I didn't know if you wanted to expedite things.
For the love of sanity. All right. You are a word user. You know that, right? All right, Edward. Ha. In 5 words or less, do you want to get there faster, or just take the walk? Like, it doesn't make a difference.
I mean, he likes nature. He's probably gonna say
for
take
fuck's
the walk.
If you're willing to help.
I am impressed. He's gonna be like, fast and flashy. I'm feeling it today.
I would say fast. I don't think we want to be flashy.
Expedient.
Yes. Now I'm starting to wonder how much of Ticto is just like he's doing stuff, he does stuff just to fuck with people.
He's gonna sit there and he's gonna look at this rug that he was like eyeing that was floating a little bit, and it's gonna like thump down like dejectedly. He's gonna be like, thump.
If we're going to do this,
No, you said expediently. He said expediently.
yes,
He's like, fine. He's like, it'll be ready in the morning. So when you wake up, you're gonna see.
I'm just saying, I don't think we want to just like roll into town on a flying carpet. Sorry, carpet. Just like willy-nilly. That's gonna draw too much attention.
Yeah, we already went over this. So you guys, do you both sleep?
open your eyes.
Do you both?
I can show you the world.
It'll take you one.
Yeah, he's gonna cast silence on both of you. Like, neither one of you are able to speak. And he's like, so help me. And then he thinks for a minute, me? I'm sick of your shit. He's like, go to fuck to sleep. Copy a spell down. You guys are driving me fucking nuts. And then he's gonna let you go. He's like, ah!
I like to imagine he just like taps us both on the forehead and just like casts like 9th level sleep on us.
like he asked you, are you gonna sleep or are you gonna?
I said I was gonna sleep. I said I wasn't gonna take it down right now.
All right.
I will also sleep, but I would like to do one thing.
He's like, nice, and he taps both of you on your forehead, and you fall over, and your unseen services carry you up to bed. You wake up in the morning, finishing that sentence. Yeah, I know
No.
you're an elf. It doesn't matter. He fucking juiced this up. He can put a primordial to sleep right now, so he doesn't give a shit. He's tired. You guys have fucked with his entire gameplay today. Like, he's annoyed.
It's just like Spike cast 9th level sleep spell.
Yeah. This was an epic level campaign. Like, it's like 13th level sleep. You are literally like, you sleep so hard you turn into a bed. Like, alright, Edward, you wake up and immediately finish your sentence. Like, that you were saying. And then you're like, oh, what the fuck am I? Like,
Edward, do you feel
know,
violated? I feel violated.
For someone who supposedly is an archfey who likes chaotic energy so much, he's really not very good at it.
No, he just wants everyone to sit down and shut up.
I can
was only
still
going
hear
to say
both
that-
of you!
I'm fully aware.
Maybe it's not so much chaos as it's like I'm trying to poke a hole, you know, the dams that are leaking, and like each time I plug a hole, you fucking dildos are drilling a new one. So maybe let's just follow the fucking plan.
Well, I'm ready when you are, but
I mean, you know what? You're right. I am getting a little ahead of myself and a little testy because part of me really wants to find out why there's a gray spot in a black map, and you guys are like, let's talk about it. And I'm like, let's not. Let's go look. I'm like, here's a flying carpet. You're like, man, no, fuck that. I don't want a flying carpet.
We did
like,
pick
who
the
turns down a flying carpet?
We did pick the fast
you
option.
did. Yeah. You said expedient, and I'm like, magic carpet is pretty fucking cool. And you're like, no, that's dumb. Like, I'm feeling a little bit taken advantage of. I'm trying to give you nice things, and you're like, no, I'm gonna not even use the shit I gave you. Fuck you, Tico.
If you want us, we'll take the
No,
carpet.
it's fine. It's fucking fine.
Okay, so
And then he
I'm
goes
ready.
back and he like brews a cup of like steaming bitter liquid, and he's like,
He just like goes and gets some chamomile.
He's
Just
like- I'm sorry for yelling. I apologize. I was a little
uncalled
first
for.
and foremost, Navariel, very important. Decaf. You're already a little jazzed.
What? Oh, already I'm not caring for the word. You stand with starting it out on a bad foot. Like, all right, in all seriousness,
In all seriousness, before I actually go and take this door that you have to this other place, I really wanted to go.
you know,
back to this
I
shop
wanted
get
it to
the
be a surprise.
You just
I was
ruined,
gonna be
you
like,
just
look
ruined
at
the
this thing I
surprise,
just made,
Edward.
and you just, am I getting to be that predictable?
You know,
As you see him like wave his hand towards the like this like lit sigils around a door, like slide him to the floor. He's like, am I that predictable?
I mean,
That is the door.
are you gonna get mad at me if I say yes?
Then you really have gotten that. Predictable, haven't you?
No, I will not be upset if you say yes.
Then yes.
Fuck you, Chicho!
That's actually Chick laughing. It's like.
Actually, Navariel is laughing at that one too. He's like, I will give you that one. I may be predictable, but please, with all due respect, go to Duodane and find out what is happening.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bob, sir.
Right, and please take the circle on the floor, not door. I just would like to point out it was always on the floor. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not a door. It's a teleportation circle.
You have a problem with that?
No,
All right,
it's fine.
enough. All right, enough. All right, Edward, what was your problem? What was your question? I mean, I'm sorry. Ticto is vexing.
We're good. I just wanted to go back into town real fast to go grab the thing I paid for.
Oh.
Okay. Do that.
All right, and I go and I do that.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
I was gonna
Okay,
say
cool.
me and
For your fucking Infinity Gauntlet you made?
yeah.
I paid over 100 fucking gold for it. Yes, I'm
Yeah,
getting
you
it.
Yeah, you did. So, you come back in and he's like, the fuck is that?
Put on the belt. I transform into the chain devil. I put the glove on because it's sized only for a chain devil. And then I go ahead and I insert my 6 soul coins into it. And so now I just have this leather, glove that has 6 souls in it. Like one for each, knuckle, and then like one at the circle. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, that is fantastic. But what does it it doesn't do anything. It just is there.
And that's
He's
when
like, hold on. He's like, let me try this. And he's gonna take one out. I wanna say it's the one right here on the thumb.
Okay.
And he's gonna be like, let me try this. And he puts a little like amberous gem in it. And he's like, this will give you the command spell. I don't know, think of it like I don't know, the Mind Stone, if you'd like, if you will. I'm like, at least it does something now. Command person. No, you could get commander. Yeah, command. No, let's do dominate. Dominate person. There you go.
All right then. So then, now not only can I summon all 6 soul coins and their power at once, but now.
Well, hold on. You're presuming what powers do the souls have?
That's a good question. I
Yeah,
haven't
nothing.
used them yet.
No, it doesn't. They don't have any powers. They're just souls. Now, if you were in hell, you'd be a very rich man.
If I were a rich man.
But I will tell you, the amount of wealth you're walking around with on your hand will get you a hell of a lot of pull. But just, if you would refer to the infernal hierarchy, you would not be a chain devil with that many souls at your disposal. Yeah, I know you took it off one, but I guarantee that was a tithe bag.
Navariel, is there any way that you can alter this particular belt so that I could become more than a chain devil?
He's gonna rummage through it.
He's gonna like do the Iron Man thing with the belt and just be like,
Yeah. He's gonna rummage through it, and he's like, yeah, it'll take an extra day, because enchantments like that'll be a little bit, it's trickier, but yeah, I can increase it to where you should be. He's like, I need that book, though, Ticto. Can I borrow that book you got of the Hierarchy of Hell?
okay,
I'll give it right back.
okay.
My fucking God! I'm tired of your shit. I mean, no, it's fine. It's fine. You can use my stuff willy nilly. I look at one of your books and you're like, oh me.
But it's my book.
Yeah,
I didn't take the book.
I'm not you. I just said borrow it.
Okay.
I take off the belt and hand it to Navariel.
So what he's gonna do is you're gonna look at the chain devil. He's like, all right, you gotta pick, and he's gonna give you're gonna see a picture of like this devil covered in horns. You're going to see one. It's like got these long wings, and it's like about 7 feet tall with this huge horns and like horns coming out the side of its head. And it's predominantly nude except for like a loincloth and it's a massive spear. He's like, you got that one. He's like, you got this. This one you're familiar with. It's the bluish bug creature that like you remember getting the artifacts from.
We met in Eberron.
Yeah, you met that one in Eberron. He's like, you got this one, and then the other one is this like massive, like skeletal creature with like a scorpion type tail. It's all bone. And it makes this weird clacking sound. He's like, any one of these will work. And then there's another one that you're like this, you pop up and you're like this voluptuous woman with like black plate mail armor and these like red feathered wings. And he's like, then he just kind of like skips by that one really quick.
That one. Pick that one.
But he's like, those are your options that would go with more of what you've got working with your wealth, the number of souls you would have that you would be displaying.
You should pick that one.
No, Ticto.
Damn it.
Because here's the thing. I can't fly. And therefore, having wings...
Oh, you don't have that spell.
Exactly. So, what I will instead do is the one that has the large scorpion tail. Because I can give Bob this Chain Devil's chain, and he can help to restructure it so that it looks like the scorpion tail.
Yeah, well, he's like, all right, well, that's called an ocelith, common bone devil. They are definitely above the chain devils by quite a bit.
Bone devil I shall be.
Yeah, I mean, not quite a bit, but they're definitely over it. Now, that tail is super poisonous, but, just don't stab anybody with it.
You can disguise this Chain Devil's hook to look like the Bone Devil's tail, yes?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It'll just take time.
That's
I mean,
fine.
we're looking at a day and a half of me just, doing some quick enchanting work.
Very good.
I mean, if you want me to spend a couple days, I can actually enchant it to be a poison stinger, but... I mean...
I'm not in any hurry. I'll give it to you for a couple of days.
Alright, and if you give it to me a week, I can put a fly spell on if you want to be one of the other ones. But, I mean, not anything fancy, but, like, you could definitely, like, float above the ground a little bit.
Well, one thing that I would like you to maybe do is this glove here that I have for the soul gems. It is not magical, and therefore it does not size with me. And therefore...
Oh, no, it's magical now.
Oh.
That one stone that gave you dominate person, that 100% makes it magical.
Oh, well then it sizes to my person then. That is fine.
Yeah, it does, so that's pretty cool.
Alright then. Yes.
I will tell you, with those soul coins, you reek of infernal energy. So, I mean, while in demon form, they're gonna love you, but you should probably take it off when you're not.
Noted. And I go ahead and I take off the glove and I put it very close to my person, but like not like on, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not wearing it, but at the same time, I want to make sure that it is not in a pocket easily picked.
Okay.
Learned your lesson from the,
He's like,
City
you
of
know I
Doors.
sell, like portable holes that go as pockets, right?
You have not mentioned that up until this point.
They're over there on the wall. Like, it is still
Good.
a shop.
how much do you charge for a bag of holding?
He's like, hold on. And he's like, this one is 500 pounds.
Don't.
So that's the bag of holdings are 1 gold per pound. So, I got
Yeah, I
a
don't have
500.
that.
I got a 10. Okay.
So,
You don't have 500 gold?
no.
What is the point of you even adventuring?
I don't know, DM. Why don't I have 500 gold at 9th level?
I don't know. Let's talk about a building you burned down full of wealth that you didn't investigate. This sounds like a you problem.
Also, Ticto, we're not 9th level, we're 8th.
8th. I realized that after I said it. Yes.
You powering yourself up.
How much is your portable hole?
How big?
I just need it to fit the glove.
Are you looking like about 3 pounds?
Yes.
3 gold.
All right then. And I pay him 3 gold.
All right. He gives you on your jacket. He'll put it there and it'll affix itself right here to like the front forearm. It's just a slit that you can slap the glove into.
Right. I go ahead and I do just that.
Okay.
Okay.
Is Ticto upset right now?
No.
Is Ticto upset right now?
A
Like,
little
for
bit.
real?
I step into the teleportation circle.
Yeah,
He's
we're
gonna
go
look at you and go.
teleport.
He's gonna look at you and he's gonna reach and grab a bag and be like, "Here. Suppose you've earned it. Look for gold next time."
Yes.
He'll hand you one that will hold you. It will hold 100 pounds of stuff. So.
Thank you. And
Yeah.
they're gonna like.
He's like,
bounce.
remember, investigate things when you kill them. Or maybe when you burn down edifices.
I swear
Maybe
we
loot them
do.
first.
I swear we
yeah.
look at things and you're like, here's 10 gold.
Yeah, I would say you probably do. And he's like, I doubt that.
Anyway.
You have a very specific focus on what you look for.
Anyway.
Also, okay, so, wait. You had an extra day because he was enchanting this new... Are you keeping this belt that makes you look like a bone devil? Are you waiting the day? Or are you leaving right now?
I was
or did
presuming that... I'm sorry. Oh, I was presuming that we were going to head off and then I would just give him the 2 days while we're, figuring things out in the other town.
You're going with the bone devil and he's going to enchant it as a poison tip for the chain, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so not like you're not gonna do a horn devil or an irony or any of that shit with Okay. Alright, you get in there and you appear outside of this town. Alright, you're like maybe about an hour away. You appear on the mountainside. And you can look down to see this town with a big marketplace, a very elaborate temple. I mean, it's very easy to see. You get the three triangles of Asmodeus are sitting right there on this absolutely fantastic basilica. You're pretty sure that the symbol itself is made of platinum. Like you are like it's silver and red. It's like super detailed. And it's like it's as extra as you thought it was. And then you see also rising up out of the ground is a pyramid-shaped tower. It's a three-sided tower that at the very top are three faces. There's like a withered inhuman, like zombie-ish type face. There's a face of like just two eyes, like feel like they're like enchanted to glow red. Okay, and they're just these scowling, angry, wrathful eyes. And then there's, on the third side, is the look of what you would think a face. Nothing from the nose down. The lower half of the mouth is completely gone. Looking like what eyes would look like if they're laughing. But the zombie face is the full face. And it's just this grim, like, irritated, like, this grim, like, menacing countenance. So it's very easy to see which is the temple of the three-faced god. It is a tower that is a triangle-shaped tower, and then you see a massive, like a billowing foundry. You can actually smell the metal being melted, and like hear the sounds of the hammer. And then on the other side, where there's a bunch of buildings and like a marketplace, you see four giants just stomping the fuck out of this town. And like there's like things flying in the air. And let me get a knowledge check. Or like an intelligence check.
Oh, that's a 19 on the die, good sir.
Okay. Yeah, one of them's the same giant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Looks like you got your wish.
He is in there, and they're stomping the shit out of this town. Like they're just like beating the fuck out of the ground and everything like that. And let me get another perception check from either one of you. Whoever's got like better distance vision.
Well, Edward has the better perception, so.
And I also have the spyglass.
All right.
The...
I was
Okay.
about to ask if I can use
you
like
pull the
minor
spyglass
illusion to
out?
like create like a telescope.
I don't think they work that way. An illusion wouldn't reflect light.
Well,
Yeah, no, I've got the little disc that I basically look through.
Okay, so the one on your staff or the one on your...
The one on my staff is the one from the thing.
Oh, okay, I forgot you put them together. So yeah, you just hold it up and like you know, like the old fancy lord from the movies. You're like, what is this? And you see the giant just like reach down and grab this like winged creature and just like pull it in half, like throw it down to the ground. And you see the other ones like very deftly, like just they're like trying to avoid the non-devil, but they're giants, so like it's they're they're like trying to like in the general vicinity, but there's a lot of collateral damage. So yeah, you see the town just getting fucking wrecked.
so I presume that you relay this to me.
Yeah, I
Edward.
do.
Well,
Here's my thought. If we go down there, then because we don't look like devils, we'll probably be safe.
yeah.
And if we can, then perhaps it would be advantageous for us to move the innocents out of the way. Seems like the giants are doing most of the heavy lifting at the moment, but if we were to, say, help save the common folk, that would put us in a spot where they would be perhaps a little bit more amenable to our ideas.
I like this idea. Well, let's go.
Think because of the incline, like you're able to get down pretty quick. It's a well-traveled road with a nice, healthy incline, so you don't spend a whole lot of your energy. You just let gravity do most of the work.
It helps
you
that I
just-
stole the carpet.
Oh, did you?
No.
You just, can I get a sleight of hand?
He
I mean,
didn't
No,
steal
why
it.
not? Do a sleight of hand.
Yeah, okay, fine. Dice camera.
Nice camera, activate.
Oh, shit!
Oh shit!
Oh, you fucking stole that shit. Oh yeah, you as you're leaving, you like as you're leaving to go steal, the carpet is near to the hole. You like reach over as you're like, well, we'll see you later. Oh, thump. And you like grab and slip through the hole. Yeah, you are now the owner of a stolen magical carpet.
It's just your Bob go, God damn it, Edward!
All right, so you have a carpet that is not being used, so it's rolled up real tight.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we should have gone for flashy entrance.
Hey, Tic-Toe.
Yes.
Or, I'm sorry, DM, how much does the carpet weigh?
Say maybe 11 pounds.
Do you feel like sparing 11 pounds in your new sack to kind of keep a flying magic carpet?
Yes.
Do you Do you open it?
Oh, the magic carpet? Yeah, of
Yeah,
course. I want to make sure, you know.
All right. So you open it?
Yeah.
Let me get a perception check.
Okay. Nice camera. Okay, that's a natural one.
I got an 18
Alright.
on the die. Or I got an 18. Sorry.
Okay. Let me get a dexterity save from Edward.
Right? That's not so bad.
Ooh.
Okay, so 10 total?
Okay. Ticto, you see as soon as you see as he opens it up, you see the quick flash, and you're like, "Oh, that's a spell!" And you jump back. Edward, you don't see shit, and it pops open, and there's a minor illusion of Bob, who's just going, "Nice." He goes, "I knew you'd fucking take it." But the spell, he goes, "But still." And then there's a little pop, and it knocks you back on your butt. You suffer no damage. You're just like, you're in a very good mood that he took it so well, but you are knocked back on your butt a little bit.
Can we
the
still
whole thing,
Of course, yes.
yeah, the whole thing is amusing to you.
All right.
And the carpet, when it's open, hovers about a foot off the ground.
Okay, well, we'll
I'll
ride
just, like,
this into
sit.
town.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Ticto is shorter than I am, I kind of got to do that thing where, like, you know how when you're
It
a
makes
parent,
like a step.
yeah, like, you know, when you're a parent and you go to like Magic Waters or like some fucking like theme park or some bullshit.
It's like
where
it's
like
like
you
when
have to have the child sitting in front of you.
It's like when you go sledding, you've got like the kid like.
Nice. Nice.
Like, this is nice.
This is nice.
Let's go save some people.
Yes.
Yeah, and as you're sitting there with your arms around it, then Watcher flutters down, a little larger now, sits in front of Ticto, and he's like, "Yep, this is nice."
You've gotten
And
bigger.
you fly down to the town.
All
It's
right.
like, yeah, so he is a little larger now. He's also a little older.
Oh.
So, you fly down to the
Does he
town.
get a
What
stat
part of the
boost?
town do you go to?
The part
what?
that the giants
Well,
are fucking up.
Okay. So
'Cause I
you
want to get the people out of their, path. Basically.
okay. You guys come in there, and there's 4 major streets. Okay, there's the main marketplace, and then there's a wide street that leads off towards the forge, and the Temple of Asmodeus, and then the three-sided
Three-headed.
Temple to Loki. Yeah. And that's off in the distance, kind of outside of. It's like in the town, but out of the town. Then there's a main marketplace that's going north and south, and then the residential district is where like the majority of the stomping is going. Like so you land right in the middle of the marketplace, the big open area, and it's fucking chaos. Like people are running from every direction. They're like, "Ah, shit!" And then you've got devils who are like, "Order!" They're like, "We will not have free." They're like, "Go back to your homes," yelling all these things. And people are kind of like, "Ew, there's giants!" Like, so, and the devils are furious that nobody is remotely scared of them right now. Like, they are definitely picking them, the giants, over them. So they are not handling this complete breakdown of their society right now.
Okay, so what I want to do is, if I see the opportunity to help a person who's clearly in like mortal danger, I want to do that. But when I'm not doing that, I'd actually kind of like to lead more devils towards the giant.
You could do either one. Like, there's a fair number of people running away that you could see are not injured. Like, let me get a perception check.
Oh.
I really got to work on the dice roll. You guys are such good role players that, like, we could do most of it without dice, and I need to incorporate more dice.
19.
Okay. You look around, and there are a number of people who are safely getting away. You do notice a few devils, who are kind of like standing back. They're more of the barbed devil variety, you know, like with the bearded devil with like the weird beards that have the spikes on them. They're kind of like hanging back, not trying to engage. They're the ones doing the majority of the bellowing of like, "What are you doing?"
Ticto, here's my plan. You're small and you can easily get in and out of situations. You are gonna go lead the devils towards the giants. I, however, have healing magic. I can protect the innocents. So I will focus on the civilians.
I like this idea. I'm gonna run in front, run halfway between a giant and the devils. Are they all like grouped up? And would you
First off,
say?
that's 2 streets over. Okay.
Oh,
So you're gonna have to. So it'll be a moment. So you'll have to. You could get there in like a minute.
I'll let him use the carpet if he needs to.
oh yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna stay on
And
the
you
carpet.
then the carpet. You're there in fucking 5 seconds. Like.
Um. Okay. I'm gonna ride on the carpet. And would you say all of these devils
You need
are
a
within?
dexterity. You need a dexterity save to if you're going to be riding it very quickly. If you're riding it at a regular speed, you don't. So if you're like trying to like balls to the wall like Silver Surfer this carpet, like standing up on it like all like wild, you need to be on. You need
Like a
a
dex
dexterity
save? I got a +4.
Hold on 1 second.
Ticto, before you go, I'm going to
So-
cast guidance on you.
Oh yeah.
I have an emergency. We're gonna have to end this now. So I will talk to
Gotcha.
you guys later. I'm sorry.
That's
Okay,
good.
that's fine.
All right,
We'll leave this fight for later. Well,
All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. If you don't know already, we have our YouTube up where you can catch all of our previous episodes, as well as our previous episodes on media and also Talk Nerdy. We hope you'll give us a follow. We hope you'll give our channel a like or subscribe. We hope you ring that bell so that you know when new videos are up. And I don't know. You have anything, Ben?
also a reminder that we are going to be talking about The Color of Magic by Terry Pratchett on Monday. So if you're wanting to be able to like either A, participate with questions, or B, know what we're talking about spoiler free, please give that a read or watch or whatever you want to do with it. We might be talking about both the TV show and the book. So if you want to do that, you've got till Monday to do so.
And of course, as always, we're going to do like portion of that segment, which will be spoiler free anyway. So
Obviously.
you can kind of get our opinions on it before, like without like watching anything. So, but for those of you who want to watch the full episode and really want to get the most out of it, I recommend, reading the book or watching the show.
Yep. So we'll see you guys again on Monday. Thanks very much, and sorry for the abrupt ending.
We'll continue soon. Thank you very much.